can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried. I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes on the road. This crazy. I get 80 a show.
Is it clearer?
Foreign cars driving fast. I never done this before. Yeah,
right.
Now my problems let me.
I wonder if we can turn off commentary.
All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dreams reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh.
How do you turn down like the music and right? That's a sound and screen maybe. Oh. Oh, let's see. Right, I'll send again. Do you think so? It's only 78, but I just don't feel comfortable on offense in squads for some reason. So maybe you should try it. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Any sort of strategy. Yeah, I think we should run the ball and as long as it's not like last time where they just played man every time and we couldn't pass. Like in the last game, they played man coverage every time, and it was impossible to pass. Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks. Certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Gano out to kick this one away. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
They'll take over. First down and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
I'm just going to go cover 3 to start.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. man who had some big runs against these Seahawks. It's Bo Jackson. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Probably going to try and do him there this time. Nope.
On 2nd down, it's Jackson. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Miles Jack there to make the tackle.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Don't really want to go hard flat yet. I'll just go cover 2.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. From the gun, Jackson eluding the pressure right. The ball comes out, and this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well.
I don't know about you, but I can hear
I'm not going to do
and
anything.
feel the sigh of relief.
I'm not going to do anything
all
too
the way up
crazy.
here in our booth.
That was palpable. The
sideline,
sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. If the ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. Yeah. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
They run on 1st down with Jackson. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half.
I think so,
maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Hall of Famer Derek Brooks. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
I didn't think he was going to throw that, but he did.
Not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon,
I thought he would have.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Good starting field position for him as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run now with Bo Jackson. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Okay.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. On 2nd down, this is Jackson. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
I'll control Thielen. Okay.
Now it's Elway. And caught left side, Olsen. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield.
Yes, sounds good.
They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw.
Yeah, I'll keep trying to control the least important
I'm going cliche here.
Guys,
game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone.
If
you kept the drive
open,
alive. 3rd down conversion here's big.
Try and get in the space.
Now a play fake here on 1st down.
Nice.
Wide open receiver complete. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. It's a big game.
I need to...
The Pro Bowler Fletcher Cox there to get him down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, These pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15.
The running back.
Now it's Elway. And this is incomplete. Greg Olsen was the intended target. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination.
Juve. Okay.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Elway. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down. They'll try the field goal now with Graham Gano from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive. And 3 points were put on the board.
It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36.
I don't really want to let them start passing and like get in a groove. If you know what I mean? Get into the way of passing.
This will probably be the last play of the quarter. They'll begin the drive with Jackson on the ground. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Jackson. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for the touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 60 yards. And his guys have taken the lead.
It's okay.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. They run with Jackson out of the gun. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
What do you think? Play action?
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Oh, and the hard count might have got him. This might be a 1st down. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
I want to see what they're doing
the
with
3 and out. The penalty makes this 1st and 10.
Catch them out somehow. Run it. Okay. Draw.
They'll run with a big man, Bo Jackson.
Kind of weird.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Pick up of 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Elway. And Olsen over the middle. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can
Run
cause.
it, do you think? Yeah.
Ready.
You could probably do it quickly. Yeah, we can. Or no, timeout.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's got the 1st down as he's up to the 45-yard line. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Or I can be Thielen. But just be careful with the
here on 1st down. That's complete to Bo Jackson.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score.
Ready. 70.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report.
Check safety. Topper.
Definitely.
Here's the fullback, Devlin, and he'll get it down here to the 43. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Well, not a lot of flash and dash on that play. 2nd and 2, and they hand it to the big man, and he ends up picking up a 1st down. A little bit of gray area there, though, but I think what they thought, hey, we hand it to him here. If we come back and don't get it, we still got another down to try and pick it up.
I might shoot upfield if it's open. So I'll just see what it looks like.
Ready.
On 1st down, Elway. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
I think that sort of thing could work. Like, it's Josh left it. But see what I just did, where I can kind of decide whether to stop or run upfield, just depending. Could do that again.
On the run, it's Bo Jackson.
Oh, so awful.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Yeah.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Okay.
Here's Elway to throw.
No, don't throw to me.
Right side caught by Jackson. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
We should have the field goal anyway.
Ran to the football and
at
caused
least
a
don't get
nice
knocked out of
play
field
for
goal
lost
range.
yardage.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's second and
I'll take the
11.
drive.
Now
I'm going
Elway
up
to
field.
throw. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen.
I should have actually just
Now
started
the
on the
Seahawks
drive. It
call
would
the
have been
second
open.
of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
Could come out and draw and see. Try the draw. Or, well, we've only one timeout left. Yep.
The Seahawks on third down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. On the draw, here's Jackson. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He connected on his first, this from 41. And Gano's kick is right through. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
I'm just going to come out and cover 3.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
I'm just going to stay in cover 3.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Switch.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. And a first hookup with his veteran tight end, Dallas Clark. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Their last touchdown was a bit of a fluke, so...
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
They haven't been able to really beat cover 3 so far, so... I'm thinking... Do cover 3, maybe throw in some cover 3 blitzes as well. Yeah. I didn't really... Yeah, we're on offense. I was thinking it was... Yeah.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. It's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe
Bo
works.
Jackson's pretty
And they
good
worked
to
as
control.
well upfield across the 45. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
It's just there's something slightly off from between this and single player, I think. Okay.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run here with Bo. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
The last run got 3.
I'll
Now
take the
here's
drive,
2nd and 7.
I'll tell you if I'm going to break up field, I'll tell you.
From midfield, Elway. And he whips that one incomplete there. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off.
Tell us like, their last play?
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Watch the time though. Right.
Ready.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Toss play to Jackson. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll run again with Jackson. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. He finds his way into the secondary again on this drive. They might want to try getting him down a little closer to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, what do they call that? 3rd level run. 1st level being the D-line, and linebacker 2nd level, and the secondary the 3rd. When you block it up well and you make the secondary do all the tackling, that will wear on a defense.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal.
Oh,
He's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line.
I messed up the
good
juke.
pick up there, 7 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and goal now.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Yeah.
Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? They'll run. This is Allen. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Seahawks are going to retake the lead.
Yeah, just like it. Yep.
Graham Gano on for the extra point. And he puts this one through as the lead moves to 13-7. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This will be taken very short. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
I'm going to go cover 3 wide now.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Jackson. Able to shake him off. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat.
Cover 4. Cover 3 blitz. Hold on a sec. Do you think it should go over the top coverage?
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Despite a pickup of 16, they're still well short of the sticks on 4th.
I think he's going to go for it. I'm going to just go cover 3.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. They're going deep for Hill. And that is incomplete.
I don't know why I tried to pick that.
4th down pass play doesn't work out. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position.
Just run down this clock. Yep.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Jackson's running, yeah.
On the ground, this is Jackson. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner. 100 yards or more in a game.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. To throw is Elway. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The chains, 1st down Seahawks. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Seahawks, they're able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
Okay.
And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
I'm open.
Under pressure now, and he's going to go down.
No problem.
Sacked back around the 8.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively, they were ready.
I might go dollar.
It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
First down and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Can find cover 3. Sick.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown. Tyreek Hill. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far, as his guys are back within a single score. So that's a really big play here in the fourth quarter. And don't look now, they're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just 1 score. This will be taken in at the 1. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
At their own 13-yard line.
Yep.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Again, it's Jackson as he'll stay on the ground. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Here's Andy Lee now. And you wonder, could they possibly think about taking a safety here?
Cover 3 match. Yeah, do match.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Throwing now is Jackson. And Hill with it over the middle. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
They're going to try match or blitz.
He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movements. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. As the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4.
A man blitz?
Back to throw. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down.
Looked to me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield, and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a fourth down.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
And down by 5, they've got to go for it here on fourth down. Here's Jackson throwing on fourth down.
Yes.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call.
I'm coming back. I'm coming back.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. So the victory here for Seattle, and it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises, really both sides did, but they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
Our defense was really good. Like, I think it works better like that with you on offense. So that'll do it
for Charles Davis, the rest of our crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. For more, log on to EASports.com. It's a win for the Seahawks here as we say so long from Seattle.
Okay. See, I'll just cut this stream here. Can we do that? Yeah. I'll share it to the group. I don't think I shared it. Oh, I just got 2,650 coins. So we're 1 and 2. Right? Yeah.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Gano out to kick this one away. It's a very short kick, taken right at the 20. And a great return, solid field position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs,
I want to do a corner
they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
We're going to go cover 2.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Here's Gurley. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Just in the safety blitz.
Mahomes now on first down.
Oh, no.
It's caught at the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. A big play there. 44 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Not a bad way to start it.
And I think that was part of their script, because so many teams script their opening possessions, and whether it's just that possession or even deeper into the half, sometimes there's 15 to 30 plays. That had to be one in there where they call a shot play. Go for the big one, and they got it done.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go. 60 outlaw. I don't think you got it, sir. General West. Big grip.
The first carry for the legend, it's Bo Jackson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
Oops.
And this is caught. It's Greg Wilson. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use momentum to launch another one.
They'll run on first down.
I wasn't controlling him, sorry.
And he'll be taken
I keep forget I have to change.
Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Back. Kill. Check. Crunch. Watch it up.
On second down now, it's Jackson. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep a defense honest.
You mean, or else just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Yeah, try it again. Bit of space there.
Protein spill. Shoot.
On 3rd down, this is Jackson.
And
boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It's a 5-yard pickup, but spotted a few chain links short of the first, so a little bit of decision time here coming up on 4th down.
Call timeout if it does. If they're in goal line, then maybe call timeout. Yeah.
Line of scrimmage, the 2. They can still get a first down if they just get a yard out of this on 4th and very short. They'll go with a keeper. The decision to go for it pays off, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
Yeah, it was.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Yeah.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they go to work on a 1st and goal.
Toss? No.
How about this starting field position? 1st and goal from 2 yards out. They'll try to run this one in. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for 2nd down.
2nd and goal on the Seahawks 8-yard
line. I think play action.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And the result here, the same as the last play. Another tackle behind the line of scrimmage by the Seahawk defense. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll make it 3rd and goal.
Right there, 54 miles. Man, I got you.
I'll take Jackson, and if there's any space, I'll just run into it. Okay.
Ready? Now it's
Ryan putting it, yeah. Oh, okay.
That's complete, right around the 8. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A great job to hold him to just a yard there. Now it's 4th and goal.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there.
Me too.
All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
I think your play calling is a bit better than mine.
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. This will be fielded at the 8. not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
And I was out. I was on a break from Madden for quite a while as well, so I'm not all that confident. I'll go cover 2.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
I'll do cover 2. Cover 2. Man.
The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already.
Probably going to be a run.
Mahomes now to throw. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 47-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down.
Let me think. I'm going to try this gap press blitz.
They'll let the fullback try and pick it up. This is Anthony Sherman. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
First down, Seahawks.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And that one's complete to Gurley. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
The team's really good, and they're quite good as well.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football.
Without a doubt, because he's right in.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A 21-yard touchdown run. Yeah, the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
This will be taken short. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Yep.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Throwing now, Elway on first down. And caught left side, Olsen. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Brandon, they didn't get everything they wanted out of that play, but the tight end did. And I don't mean it in a positive way. Great job of him holding on after absorbing that big hit.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
I'll take Holt, and I'll cut up field if it looks good.
Now Elway. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Holt. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts.
Are they using
as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Right.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen.
Get it.
Again, it's Elway.
I'm going upfield. Yes,
Jackson's
lovely.
got it over the middle. And
Brilliant.
all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. A great play there. 48 yards as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point try good by Gano. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game.
I'm kind of worried about what I should call here. I think.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Or just like man up 3 deep. Right.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down.
He's got it at the 15. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A big play there as the first half is winding down. And the Seahawks get the quick strike touchdown.
No, that's annoying.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes it a 21-10 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken very short. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. On second down, it's Jackson. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun, it's Elway. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. So coming up empty here to start the third quarter. Already 2 scores down. Got to be careful.
Yeah, I did notice, though, that the captain of the defense patted the quarterback on the helmet on his way out, pretty much letting him know, we know the pressure's on us. We're going to go out there and try and hold serve for you while you figure it out over here on the sidelines.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out of...
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A big play there. 64 yards. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
But that was cover 2.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it out past the 30. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I might break up the middle.
They've got to look at that play sheet
open, so
and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so
something
well,
else. And maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Pilot, 64, weak. Check, watch 54, watch 54. Hey, come on out here, come get some.
No huddle?
Come get some, come out here, come get some. Let's go.
On first down, Jackson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Watch your slant, watch your slant.
Ready?
They run again with Jackson. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Ready?
54, right there, 54.
Okay, I'll take the slot. If I've got hold. I might break up the middle again if it's open, so watch out. Right, I'm going. Oh, no.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone.
Need to go for
eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen.
Watch,
I think they
watch
know
me
that.
in case I
for it on 4th.
Get open here. That's why I'm on Jackson. Oh, you're running? Yeah.
They'll try and run for it. And I don't think he got there. He did not. They stop him a yard shy. He needed 2. He only got 1. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Yeah, I'm going to Madden.
All the way up at the 40-yard line. They go play action. Now Mahomes. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Throwing now is Mahomes. Over the middle to Beckham. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. The gain there of 21 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. And a nice little broken tackle run there by Todd Gurley, the 10th pick in the 2015 draft.
And that's what you get with him. That full package of speed, power, able to catch the ball in the backfield. Many people doubted him coming out because of the knee injury in college. They're seeing the full Todd Gurley now, and it hurts.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
At least we're getting practice.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Put in hard flats.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports.
Just going to try cover 3 match for a change.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And despite the fancy footwork we saw, they'll get to him just inside the 15. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Doing cover 3 hard flat. Actually,
they run out of the shotgun with Gurley. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
I'm going for it. I'm going to do cover 2 underneath coverage.
To get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
I'm spying the lineman. So he should cover the middle. Like the underneath middle. Yeah.
Mahomes going to go on 4th down. That's complete right around the 8.
No,
Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
Here's Elway. They set up the screen to Bo. Him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. That goes for a gain of 31. Now, defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation,
I might veer
you
off to
tighten
inside,
up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
But now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines.
Watch for me breaking.
Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way
to
start matching each other's movements.
Okay. Yeah.
2nd and 10, Elway. Airing it out for Olsen. And that'll be incomplete.
Nice pass.
Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
Yeah.
Throwing again. It's Elway.
I'm going up stick nose. I'm coming back.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. DeMarcus Lawrence gets to him well behind the line of scrimmage. That is a loss of 17 yards. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Yeah.
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They come up on a fourth down situation with things not looking particularly rosy.
Left once
now it's Elway. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away and it falls incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. On first down, it's Gurley. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front. Good blocking. Nice hole for him. Ends up picking up nice yardage. Stays in bounds and keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try a handoff right with Gurley. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Now it's Gurley. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Nothing much we could do there.
So the victory here for Seattle. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
Okay. Yeah, just need to run, take a piss here. 2 seconds.
What's mine? I define myself as ambitious, young, black, and gifted. Master P, my masterpiece. That mean I don't got no limits. Bout it, I doubt it. My homies know you ain't right it. We break you down like a pound. I got it, don't pound us around me. I'm corrupted, flow cold and it's rugged, bucket. What is up? I'm ready for war. You got to love it like black.
I'm trying to find the standings here on GroupMe.
happy to be on hand. I'm Brandon Gaudin with Charles Davis. And before we kick, partner, your keys to the game, please.
Well, my keys are on the defensive side of the ball for both teams. And the big one, making sure you avoid giving up the big play. These safeties are going to get tested all game long. Their job, keep the ball in front of them, tackle people, make them run extra plays in order to try and score.
Gano out to kick this one away. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
I didn't actually see their players at the start, so I don't know if their team's good or not. Let's see.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Yep.
Now it's the fullback. This is Kyle Juszczyk. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Just going to mix it up a lot.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, Steve Young. Man open, that's Terrell Owens.
Two guys standing in front of that.
Short of the 45 at the 44. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
Right.
Makes sense. First catch here in the first half for the 6-time Pro Bowler Terrell Owens, the only player in NFL history to be a first-team All-Pro for 3 different teams. That's absolutely nuts.
It's Young on 1st down. That'll be complete to Breida. And taking it across midfield and
that always seems to
inside
happen
the 45.
in cover 1. The running back gets
13-yard
open.
gain yet again, just like last play.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's
Was
the
it your
ability
guy?
to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice 1st down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on 1st down.
If it's left, I'm just going to go right out wide. Nope.
1st and 10, Young. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. To the air once more, Young.
Touch it.
This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in.
Get our hard flat.
Jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sidelines thinking to themselves, and the
heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not how
these
they
guys aren't
envisioned
great,
ending their opening drive here in the 1st quarter.
Too many ones in this play. 1st quarter, 1st drive, 1st interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Yep, sounds good.
Here we go. 30 base.
Okay, I've got Devlin.
After the interception, here's Elway. Looking for the tight end, Olsen, and it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have them set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line. Certainly not the cleanest of starts to this football game. Back-to-back plays yield turnovers in this 1st quarter.
So there's not much flow right now. A very choppy game. And I know this. It's a copycat league. We say it all the time about the NFL.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
All right.
And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34.
At their own 34-yard line.
Yep.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll run now with Bo Jackson. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Elway now looking to throw on
yep,
third. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards.
Think play action. Pass.
Set, ready? 60 Pittsburgh.
I'll just take Jackson again. Yeah.
On first, they'll throw with Elway.
Oh, sorry, that's my fault.
I should have told you. Bo Jackson, the intended receiver, and it's 2nd down.
Certainly looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
I'll hover out there, and if there's space, I'll run upfield.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Elway.
Nice.
And this is caught. It's Greg Olsen. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 40.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory, right at the 40. They run on first down with Jackson. Dante Hightower on the stop. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Right, I've got Olsen again. I'll shout if I'm going to break up for you. I'm open.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary.
I'm going to cut up field with Olsen, so watch out.
To throw is Elway.
Yes? Oh, sorry.
A bullet throw, but incomplete.
He's thrown 1 interception already, and that doesn't necessarily mean the rest of the game is going to go like that. But it does seem that he's a little bit off in his approach to this one.
Yeah, it does, and that was a risky throw right there.
Got to be careful about taking care of the ball, making sure you get back within
Maybe
yourself.
because he threw it just as I was,
all the time, they're there
just
for
as
a reason.
I
get back
turned,
to those
and it didn't register
a little bit.
or something.
Give him 11 yards that time on the return, and the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Young. He's going to float this over the middle deep.
Nice.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by the Hall of Famer Ken Houston.
I know some teams are leery about playing cover 2 because a strong safety's not usually a terrific cover guy. But in this case, he played it perfectly. Read the football and went and made the interception.
They'll begin the drive with Jackson on the ground. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Yeah,
One thing that's
Jackson's
great
pretty
about watching
nice
him
to
run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his O-line and just went.
So there's 2 ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes.
Stretch right.
But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Right now in the second quarter on the defensive side, they got to feel pretty good about what they're doing.
They should embrace the feeling they have now, embrace the way that they're playing, and continue that through the half. I know defensive coordinators, sometimes they overthink it,
right.
start wondering how they're going to be attacked. Just keep doing what you're doing because it's working.
On second down, Elway.
Nice.
And the tight end Olsen, right side. Past the 20. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle.
I'm not going to do anything stupid now in defense.
56 yards.
No.
As his guys can now take the
I'm not going to
lead
do
with
anything
the extra
coverage.
point.
Cover 1.
When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often
spy some guys
receivers, or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Okay.
This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Okay.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, one-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
Here we go.
Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Absolutely, very well could have been a third interception in half number 1. Young to throw it. Going up top.
Nice.
And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything.
They're not throwing it to the flats.
I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag
I'm
in
not
the back.
I'm not going to do hard flat because they don't throw it to the flats.
Here's Young. They'll indeed go for it.
Yep.
That's to the right side, complete to
yes,
Kittle.
We got it. Yes.
And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did.
They did throw it to the flat there, but far too
big
late.
chance here in their own territory, and you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why did we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
Ready. 18, Gator.
I'm gonna take Jackson, and just watch out for me just over the middle.
They'll wait to throw on second.
Nice.
Jackson's got it over the middle. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 23 yards the pickup there.
First and 10 at the 12.
Come on, set. 60 outlaw.
They'll run on first down. Jackson. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Switch it
They
left?
didn't get a
Can you
first
switch
down,
it
but
left?
still, you'll take runs like that each and every time,
right,
won't you?
On second down, this is Jackson.
Nice.
And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
And that lead is now 7 with a chance to go to 8 or more if they want to get crazy here, which we don't expect. But I just know the way the game's being played with the analytics, there's going to be a lot more of going for 2 in a lot of situations, isn't there?
Yeah, there's going to be. And I think their focus here, they don't want to give up anything going into the lockers on the other, and just a little bit of time left on the clock.
Yeah, they don't want to do anything to erase the good feeling they have right now by getting this late score in the half.
This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a nice job there on special teams as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
When they have to throw deep, they end up finding something.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Here's Steve Young, and that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Okay,
George Kittle, the receiver that he was looking for, and it's 3rd and short. They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. From the shotgun, it's Young. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2.
Ready? 60 Pittsburgh. Hey, Orville.
Final play of the half. Young is going to loft one deep over the middle. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
That stretch play was working quite well. So. Yeah.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Jackson.
Go on. Oh.
It's a big play there for Seattle. 44 yards on the ground.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for first
is it
and 10.
Jackson or Allen?
64, weak.
Allen, yeah.
Watch 32, watch 32.
Now Allen. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose one or two.
Second and 11 at the 25.
Go! 18 Gator.
Put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
To take hold.
Check 52.
I'll just hover right here and then I'll maybe run inside or do something.
Now they'll throw it with Elway.
Oh, sorry. It's my
And he
fault.
slings one that's incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Ready?
Here's Elway to throw.
Oh,
And that will be incomplete.
that's okay.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
For the field goal, a 42-yard attempt.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And that will extend their lead here to 17-6. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Okay, I'm going to do a cover 3 blitz. Just put a
The
little
Texans
pressure on them.
offense ready to go here for their next drive. They
Actually, I'm
trail
just gonna use their
offense,
line
first
now,
time to touch the
maybe.
ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. DeMarcus Lawrence, what a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Throwing, Young.
Oh, I'm not going to get that.
The attempt on the dive, and he has it.
Okay.
What a catch. That one good for 26 and a first down.
I know at retirement ceremonies, a rocking chair is often one of the major gifts, but don't give this guy one just yet. He may be plus 30, but my goodness, how about that effort?
Yeah, he's not that old. Hey, I'm on the wrong side of 32.
You okay? You feeling all right?
Oh, nice.
I'll be all right.
Okay,
I
good.
just need some chocolate and a box of tissue.
I'll just go cover 3.
Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the 43-yard line.
Cover 3, boss.
Ready, break.
44 Mike. Check. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Get it.
Here's Young from the shotgun. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and
I'm
find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Steve Young.
Nice.
And this is going to be incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know, the rhythm seems off. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as they'll go for it on 4th down.
Nice.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. On 1st down, it's Jackson, and he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll keep it on the ground. Jackson, and he'll bring this one inside the 35. And he's going to be close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Texans' 34.
I always forget the stiff arm.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on third down.
Okay, I've got hope. Dive? Yep. Yep.
They'll run with a big
I'm not
man, Jackson. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
That's annoying the way it does it.
And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And that will extend their lead even further. So a favorable bounce that time, to say the least, and he's able to convert the field goal there from long distance.
Yeah, the guys behind the end zone didn't need to hike the net up for this one. That thing was a dying quail, but he finds a way to boink it off the crossbar and make it drop through.
I'm going to go cover 2.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Young on first down. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the 4th quarter.
I'm just going to try cover 4. I don't want to keep using the same plays over and over again.
After the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Go! Go, Cheetah! Ready?
Now Young. Incomplete. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of a story you told me from your days in Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what did you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage. But since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that.
That's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's caught inside the 20. A huge play there for Houston. And even 50 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
I don't even know what right.
Correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Bravo! Mike spoke forward. Watch QB talk. Watch QB talk. Snap.
They'll throw again. Young. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. George Kittle there to make the grab as his guys are back within a single score. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This is taken at the 3. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted.
If
And we
only I'd
can't do
been on the
that.
running
That's
back
a
on that
long
play, it
field
would be
goal that they got
probably
3
game
points
over by
out
now.
of.
But
They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Jackson,
X3, 218, chop. Kill.
Right. Okay.
5.
They'll keep it on the ground. Jackson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
I'll take Olsen.
Now Elway. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Gary and Conley. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
That throw by Young incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Young will set to throw. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
Cover 1. Okay.
So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He's back to throw. And he's got a man. It's T.O. That one good for 24 yards.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
You've got another one. I'm going to try and take away this flat.
Back to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
Yes.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The lightning rod, J.J. Watt with a sack.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage.
Yeah, I'm
for them to
thinking
go
cover
with the
3
football
blitz.
led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll talk it over
like
here
that,
before what will be an
they might think we're
important
doing the
3rd
blitz
down.
again. I could just do cover 3, though. Cover 3. Should I do the cover 3 blitz or just blitz? Yeah.
The outlaw. Hey, Haywood. You draw Corker. Check 31. Check 31. Hey, high 7. Go.
He'll look to throw.
Oh,
And nearly intercepted
so close to picking
there.
up.
That would have been ball game if he had clinched it and caught it. Instead, it gives him one more chance
cover
here
3?
on 4th down.
With that, cover 3, yeah.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
I'm gonna do a spy as well at that time.
Hey, team 6. Team 6. Now.
On fourth down, Young. He's
Oh,
going
no,
to
no,
run
no, no,
far.
no, 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 no.
And no, it's incomplete. They had
that
to
scared
go
the shit
for
out
it
of
with
me.
such little time remaining, and the Seahawks are going to take over the football.
60 Pittsburgh.
Yep, sounds good.
Topper. Snap.
They'll start here with Jackson, and an alley to run. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the
Hard to do
final
it, right?
minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Gano the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Gano now following the
I
touchdown.
kind of
here,
feel bad
kicking
about
away.
celebrating now. Because the play fair, like,
This is fielded at the chalk of the 10.
you know,
And he'll
didn't
take
really
it back
deserve
to
that,
about the 19-yard line.
whatever.
At their own 19-yard line.
Just go cover 3 over the top.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next
You watch
drive.
that
And last
slot.
time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey,
Oh, cover
I've
2
got
man.
confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Young, now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up 3rd down.
See him again.
The Texans on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 10. Young working out of the gun. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. 4th down, Young.
Oh, shit.
And he will find T.O. on the left side complete.
Oh,
He's
dear.
at the 30. 10. 5. And he takes this one into the end zone. And all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on
shit.
one side.
I thought he caught that.
Get that high hop and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
So with under 30 seconds to play, this is the game right here. And this is going to be taken in by the Seahawks. And it would appear they're on their way to victory now. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score the time, you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
As an inside linebacker, got to be a little bit more poised.
No doubt about it, because they get a little bit of flexibility, especially when they're trying to stuff a gap. You know, we get that double A gap look. This time he got too eager and got too deep into the backfield.
Also fix it.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is
it's
when
my
each
fault
side
for
points at the
celebrating
other.
there.
Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. There wasn't the line that jumped that time, the second level.
No, that's a great observation because most of the time it's those guys up front so eager to get off on the snap. They do it, but in this case, you're exactly right. Second level, probably because they moved up to the first level, and that hurts them.
It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves them with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now. The Seahawks in victory formation as they go ahead and take the knee. So the victory here for Seattle. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy.
Maybe do one more.
Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right?
Dash, got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man, oh, deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash, yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. They on attack when they tackle like damages. They react. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dials, I don't think they can handle this. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerge victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, it's glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man, oh, deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash. They slept on the team that they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best cause I am. It's noted in keeping it low-key. I can carve up the D like a turkey or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the Jets. The coach will regret even letting them stay in the game. Team morale took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just trying not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off boots, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on, smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. I'ma tell the risk I was never at the end. I would never get it off my chest. I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. No, barely, my bets are off. Everything
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Gano out to kick this one away. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. Then he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
I'm going to go cover 2.
Wait, that wide, 80! Check. Wrap it. Go Bandit!
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Let's here just to show them that we're going to send pressure. Who am I? I'm Lawrence, right? Yep. I've got the middle.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. Going for the deep, into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
I'm not sure if that was me or you.
Picks it, and they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10.
If you don't see anything, watch for me.
After the interception, here's Elway. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Set. 60 Pittsburgh. Here we go. Defense.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Jackson, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Corey Graham brings him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 26.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Yep.
Set up. 10 Tucson. Protein spill.
On 1st down, it's Jackson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
They'll run here with both.
Yes.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown run. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive.
All right.
Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all.
It'll be awesome.
This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football.
Can't imagine what
when you
it'd be
get
like
a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. Then he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
I'm just gonna go cover 2 man, just to mix it up a little
The
bit.
Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Actually, no.
They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10.
Okay.
And Brady's throw there, incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Dallas Clark, and now it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that
I'm
first
going to
down
use their
there, you
D-line
need to be a
man
little bit more
try and
careful.
get it.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Now Brady. That'll be caught over the middle by Moss. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one goes for 30 yards.
That's a real nice job right there. Working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. And a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Kyle Fuller there defensively.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10.
D-line man.
To throw again. Brady.
Okay.
And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Yes.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And Lutz's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Okay, I got Cooper. I'll just stay on the right that's given. I'm not.
On 1st down, Elway.
Oh, shit, sorry.
Incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. On 2nd down now, it's Jackson, and he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Yeah, I'll take Olsen.
On 3rd down, Elway. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Holt. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Set, ready, 90, Wolf.
Yeah. Wait, I'm on Jackson now. Yeah.
They'll run on first down. Jackson, a little track jump. He's got the first down here inside the 30. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
On the run, it's Bo Jackson. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. On second down, Elway.
Yes. Oh, shit.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawks touchdown. Greg Olsen there to make the grab. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. And it's no good. Oh, he misses the extra point. And our score stays right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
They were quite good in that empty formation they were in. So, right, 2 wide receivers. Just gonna go cover 3.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
We'll see if they can get the score. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
So I can cover the middle.
Throwing again. Brady. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Derek Brooks. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Cooper was the intended target.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
I just take the drag. I'll shout if I'm going to break up through.
Throwing now, Elway on first down.
Nice.
The first catch of the game for George Kittle. A good pickup there at 22. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
Wait, I'm not on
that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
I'm almost in. Let's see.
On second down, Elway. And this one's incomplete.
After that throw, it was definitely one that he would love to have back. I wonder what's going through his head. I wonder what kind of mind game he's playing with himself to get himself back on track. Because a lot of guys, that's what they do. They have little triggers that when the mechanics are off or if they make a bad throw, that they go to that place to get themselves back in sync.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
And a short kick, taking it about the 16. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Cover 3. Blitz.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point CD. And
awesome.
Brady going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by the Hall of Famer Derek Brooks. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Were you on a D-line, man? There?
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Jackson. Yep.
Now it's Jackson. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime previews. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. Did I do okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey,
writing down your ad-libs.
If you print it, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Gaudin. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get
some
points.
Should we just run?
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Jackson. Yeah.
Now Jackson. And his bid for the first down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
Don't want to do anything stupid. Cover 2 man.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we're having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Yeah.
Regular. Sugar.
Shotgun now for Brady. And again he finds Clark.
Oh, shit.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Randy Moss, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. The quick slant caught, and he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. from 4 yards out as his guys are able to pull a bit closer. Lutz good on the extra point.
It's hard to know what to call
trims the
when
lead
it's that
down to
close to the end
9.
zone. Yeah.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick
Cover
it
3
off.
is usually okay. I should have just called cover 3. But...
This is taken at his 4. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Yeah, I've got Jackson.
Now it's Elway. Flushed out right.
I'm open. Right. Alright, okay.
It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Probably better you didn't pass that, actually, because
And it's 3rd down.
I probably would have missed it. And...
The Seahawks on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Everyone got four.
From the shotgun, Elway. Forced out to
I'm
his
coming
left.
out. No, it's not.
This is caught by Jackson. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2.
90 Wolf. 22 jet bombers. 22 jet bombers.
He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
I'm gonna veer out left towards the sideline, so if I'm open, I'll try and get out of bounds.
Final play of the half. It's Elway. Over the middle, complete.
Get it?
It's Holt.
Shit.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. This one taken from the 7. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment
I'm going to stop over the middle. Oh shit, sorry. I'm open. Oh.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away.
I just ran straight into you.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. So good coverage there defensively as it looks like they'll force a punt on this opening drive of the 3rd.
Well, let's coach them up a little bit from right here in the booth. That's exactly what they needed to do. They need to start stringing together some stops, turning the ball over back to their offense, and trying to get back into this game.
Yeah, a couple scores down, but they can eat into that quickly with a nice drive here on the other side. Fielded at about the 28. nearly broke that one. As it stands, though, a heck of a 36-yard run back. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to do cover 2 out of double
So
A
from the
gap.
36 now, 1st and 10.
Yep.
From the gun, it's Brady. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Moss. He is down deep into Seattle territory. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
So I'm going to go with cover 3. And spy a line now.
From the gun, Brady. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Randy Moss, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3.
Randy Moss led the league in receiving touchdowns 5 times starting in 1998, the last coming in 2009, and a lot of it to me was not just the natural talent, which was unbelievable, but the determination. Always was upset he wasn't a top 5 selection in the NFL draft. Kept being upset about people passing on him early in the first round. When he finally got to Minnesota, he decided to really establish himself in the NFL and let everyone else know they made a big mistake.
Yes.
He's got the lane, and there he goes. 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. That'll go down as a 99-yard kick return. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
Probably better you didn't. It tends
Extra
to
point
backfire.
try good by Gano. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
They'd end up getting a return on the next one.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff.
I don't know why they keep doing this.
This is taken near the
Malarkey.
13. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Right. 1 wide receiver. Cover 3. Just
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
actually run it.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. On play action, it's Brady. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Well, Charles, as we peek back to week 1, what would you say were the positives for some teams or individuals that you took away?
Well, it started on opening night. Green Bay and their defense. Not necessarily Aaron Rodgers and what they did going into Chicago and winning. Kansas City, they picked right up where they left off with Patrick Mahomes. Explosive on offense. How about Baltimore and Lamar Jackson? He's not just a single wing tailback, folks. He's a quarterback. And Tennessee, going into Cleveland, Marcus Mariota, Derrick Henry, put up 43 points on the Browns.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. This is Barkley.
Oh, no.
And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he's a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Brady. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
On 1st down, it's Jackson. He's going to have the first down pass.
No guys got in the way.
As he's all the way up to the 24-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
On the ground, this is Jackson.
Wow.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turn around and tossing it to the runner.
Yep.
But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Just keep running it.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
We got 4. We got 4. You go tight.
X3. 218. Chop it.
Going left.
On the run, this is Jackson. And he'll get 2, maybe 3, up near the 37.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out. But a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Now they'll throw it with Elway. And caught left side, Olsen. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 12 yards there and a first down. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th and final quarter. This quarterback now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10.
Okay.
They'll run on first down. Jackson. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. There he goes left side.
I shouldn't have done that.
All the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
I'll take hold.
Ready?
Now it's Elway. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
I'm so bad at controlling guys on kick returns.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field. And, my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Yep.
15 yards is the pick up there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. On the carry, it's Jackson. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown,
I don't feel as
Seattle.
bad doing it in squads.
A great play there. 37 yards. And the interception by the Seahawks D leads to a touchdown. Gano the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
It is.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
So, I've always been good at running the
Fairly
ball.
short kick taking
And
it
I
to
think
14
your
here. And he'll take it
passing
up
is a lot
past the
better than mine.
25. to the 26-yard line.
On your play calling. My passing is terrible. That's awesome. Okay, 3-3. We could well make the playoffs here because I just had a look at the standings, and I think that puts us like in the top 4 maybe. Yeah, and a lot of games left. That'll probably have to be me for tonight. Yeah, it's 10-1 here now, so but no, great playing with you. Sure, I'll probably be back on tomorrow night if you're free. No worries. Sure, I'll talk to you tomorrow. Alright. See ya. Bye.
It's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna play me, no conversation. Ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'm a